Hello, beautiful soul tribe. Whoo, today I am experiencing cracking in my body extra, a lot of releasing energy, a lot of stretching, cracking, and popping. I've been really tired and um, yawning a lot. So for me, this is telling me I'm getting downloads. So, so lately the energies just in my life, probably more than likely in your life as well, there's been a lot of up and downs, feelings and emotions that we all have. And then we're also seeing other people react in different ways that are out of the ordinary, in just um, just seeing things unravel, right? So as we are awakening and our consciousness is expanding, we are um, and everything is getting revealed. Like everything, you try to scroll on TikTok and it feeds you all the stuff that's unraveling with politics and celebrities and so much, just so much. And if you don't remove yourself from scrolling, you can get caught in that loop of seeing what's going on. But it kind of gives you a little bit of a gist of what's going out there, what people are sharing, how the illusion's been lifted, right? Well, Mercury is about to go into retrograde. So right now we're doing pre-retrograde work. And what that means for me is um, and I always feel stuff before it even happens, like the energies, and me just stretching and cracking and popping and really, really, I feel like I'm intoxicated, like my eyes are kind of, I get blurry vision, but whenever my vision starts to get blurry, I know there's going to be clarity that comes after that. So if you're experiencing extreme tiredness, um, and just very halt-ish, you're not wanting to really do much or anything like that, like just you just want to be lazy and lay on the couch, sleep, do it because this is your body getting you prepared. And sometimes when we're asleep, we are getting activated, we're getting downloads while we're sleeping. Um, some of you, including myself at times, see I'm clearing and I'm burping a lot. Like even when I'm talking, I haven't been drinking anything crazy. Like it's clearing. We're clearing out a bunch of shit still. It's nonstop, right, guys? Like shit, when's it gonna stop? It's not. We just continuously do it. Um, and then eventually it gets easier. It becomes a part of our new remembered self, not programming. We unprogram ourselves to remember who we are, to know that this is a part of our life. This is like brushing our teeth, clearing um, our space, protecting our energy, closing up. Putting putting a little lock on your crown chakra, third eye, so people can't try to penetrate your thoughts or read your thoughts. It's a real thing. It is. I've experienced it. Um, yeah. So I wanted to come in here because before I go swimming, um, out of nowhere, my body was feeling very stiff, my back. So it was my back and then my neck, and I start stretching and I start breathing and moving, and it's automatic now. Before I used to be like, what is this? So I start doing this, and then and as I'm doing this, I'm getting more clarity. I can't explain it, guys, but it's more of like it's kind of, I guess it would be equivalent to um, going and doing yoga or people going to the gym to release. This is the same thing, but this is my body telling me that there's some stuck energy in my body, in my field for the collective, and this is why I'm here. Um, and we're learning together. So there's been like a lot of like anxiety coming up for a lot of us light workers, starseeds. Um, a lot of like heart palpitations. Are you guys feeling heart palpitations out of nowhere? It's like boom, 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 boom. Feels like your heart's about to pop out of your chest. Or if you're laying down in bed, um, like in the morning or like late at night, out of nowhere, my heart just, I'm sleeping good, and my heart would just start pounding, boom, boom, like literally shaking the bed. Like I could literally, I felt, it feels like the bed's kind of moving. and I breathe into myself. Breathe in. A deep breaths are so important to ground your energy and not get scared. Do not panic. So rapid heartbeat is another part of ascension. Hot and cold flashes, another part of ascension. So we are clearing out a lot of the old, so that our light bodies, we're bringing in more light. We're clearing out of a lot of old uh, blockages, and this goes back, and sometimes it goes deep. Like the other day, I was clearing out blockages from my youth, and it wasn't anything where it was traumatic that I thought, as far as and nothing crazy, but it was more of a forgive myself. I was healing um, the feeling of the guilt. I was healing guilt. That's what it was. And that's hard to say, but healing guilt um for like my parents and how they raised five daughters. I'm the youngest one, and I wish I could have appreciated them more. They're still alive. I still appreciate. I let them know I appreciate them. But back then, being like I was going through this cycle of being a toxic teenager, and how I was mean to people who loved me because I didn't care at that time. Everything was outside of me, not within me as a teenager. Because when we're born, we get programmed to be the child, to do this, to sit right, to eat right, to not say certain things. So when I became a teenager, it was everything was outside of me. I saw how everybody else was, and people. I was just not a nice person. I was pretty bitchy, but and ungrateful. So I went inside, and I went deep, and I forgave myself for being ungrateful, because when I go back in time to revisit um, how I was, it wasn't that um, I was showing like I was showing them I was ungrateful. I just lacked empathy. I lacked sympathy. I lacked those feelings and emotions, and I believe I lacked love, and it wasn't because my parents didn't love me enough. I don't think they knew what love was either, because I didn't know until maybe 4 years ago what self-love was, and what it is to love someone unconditionally, until I went through the dark night of the soul, and I continuously do little bits and bobs of that pops up, and learn to love myself unconditionally. But this piece took me back into youth, where I was feeling guilty for, just not being a good person. And we have to forgive ourselves for who we're not that person anymore. We have to learn, and we have to move, move on and heal, because we wouldn't be the person we are today if we did not go through the situations that we went through. And I believe that we chose our life and our parents before we even got here on this planet. Like, we knew our destiny. And I was talking to one of my friends about choosing our destiny. And like when a baby is born, how we all have fingerprints and all this, whatever you guys want to call this. No, none of this is the same as another, right? So when a baby is born, the first thing that happens when they come out of the womb is they cry like, "Rah, I am here," and they mm, quench, clench. That's the right word. They clench their fists with rage and beautiful. I have arrived. I am here, and they create their destiny, their fingerprint, their life print. So I this is just one rant that I'm ranting. And for those of you who know me, I come on here and I chant, rant, uh, talk about different things. So just follow me. There's always a message for somebody, whatever it may be, however you may receive it, whatever memory it may activate you to think, whatever clearing and healing that it may activate you to to face. Holding sacred space as we do, so that we we can continuously do our inner work. So if you're feeling like you have to crack and pop and your back's cracking, I remember telling Sharam, like maybe 6 months ago, 8 months ago, I was like, my back's cracking. And one day I know the message came in is my wings are expanding. And I would have never thought about that. My wings are expanding. And I remember when, as a human, guys, I was like, yeah, look at my back. Because I was, it's just going through it. I'm like, this is ascension. Um, this is us activating. This is our superpowers coming online. And I remember having a picture of my back, and it was all cut looking. It still kind of is, but during this cracking and popping and clearing and releasing and healing, and I don't know, guys. So if you guys are feeling back problems and stuff, make sure you're stretching. And you don't, like I said before, you don't have to know yoga. You don't have to know Tai Chi. What you do have to know is you have to go inside and feel what your body feels. Go inside and feel what feels good to stretch, what doesn't, what feels most comfortable, and what doesn't, what cracks and pops. I crack and pop and it feels good. Um, I stretch and it feels great. Um, and I don't do it enough. I think sometimes I get lazy. Yes, I do. A lot of the times. But I'm on here to admit it. We are not perfect. We're perfectly imperfect, right? Perfectly imperfect. And I love that saying because it's so I resonate with it so much. Also, um, okay, so I've been really doing great at blocking out energies even more because energies are intensifying, like high energies and low energies are intensifying. So, um, creating my bubble. Um, this has this is my new upgraded bubble that I can create that works now. So I visualize I visualize me here as I am, and then I picture me being in a sphere. So I picture what's in front of me, 6 foot in front of me, 6 foot behind me, 6 foot left, right. So, and then I'm in this sphere of light. This sphere, if you want it to be a sphere of love, bring in green, you could bring in pink, you could bring in white, golden, whatever, bring in an intention. So then I put myself in this bubble. So now this is my bubble of protection. No negativity, no negative energies can come in. And then this bubble. The only thing that can be released is low vibration, negative energy that I bring upon myself, right? Um, so this is the bubble, this is a sphere. And then I activate more layers of protection because we need it. Like one layer is not good enough. So we're in this sphere. So say it's a sphere of light, whatever color you want. So you want to put more layers, more layers. And then you want to put protection. And I actually wrote down, hold on, let me go get it. I stumbled across this great quote. Hold on, let me go pull it. Hold on, let me go get it. I just paused it and it went back on. Record. So I'm gonna let it do its thing. I'm not editing anything. If anything, I just add stuff. So oh, okay, here it is. And I write it on my phone. So I ask my guides to illuminate my energy field and heart space. So I'm going to practice this. So to illuminate my energy field and heart space. So this is protection, basically. Um, so after you try to build your sphere, which you won't try to, you will build it. You could visualize it. You could also, if you think about, oh my goodness, what's a great way to do it? It's like a globe. Pretend you don't even have to picture yourself in the globe, you could put the sphere of light around you. So you could, in your mind's eye, visualize a Christmas globe, a big one, and that you are in the middle of it. And then you put in white light or whatever, and you see yourself. And then you do a couple layers, like the aura. It's like an aura and another aura, like this of light. And then protection. It works. It works. And how will you know? You will know. You will know because not only will you feel more refreshed, rejuvenated, and less stressed, less more of you and less of other people. You will feel that. You know, as empaths, if you are a super empath or an empath, we know what it's like to feel other people's stuff, and it's not always good. So you'll know that you did it correctly. Just practice, and then also the outer world. So say you're living with like your sister, and your sister is normally doesn't realize she's taking energy from you, you know. But and you're a light worker, healer, starseed. You're here. You're you. Um, so say your sister doesn't realize that she's taking energy from you, but she really is. It's draining, and you don't realize. You kind of realize you could feel her shit. So when you create this sphere, um, you'll know that you no longer feel this, but then you're going to be able to see your sister, and her emotions are going to change. So sometimes, you know, because we like me, I transmute energy. So I'm like I don't know, conductor. I don't know, like if I was to be a crystal, I'd be a tourmaline. So I transmute bad energy into good energy. Um, so when you kind of block off because you're hurting yourself and you're trying to find your way, as we all are, we're trying to figure out what's working and what doesn't. Healers, healers to be, baby healers, grown healers, experience, you know, we always have to level up and try something different because our practice doesn't always work. So you have to have backup. So anyways, your sister or whatever, whoever, you'll be able to see that their emotions are, they may get worse. They may be more anxious. They may be more um, dramatic. They may be more angry. They may be more depressed. Whatever this is, because you're in your protection, and this is needed, you'll be able to see other people act differently, and that's okay. You still have to protect your energy. You send that person love and healing, but our job. What's our job here, guys? Come on, what's our job here? Is to it's plenty of stuff, and some of you guys don't know I know this, because sometimes I don't know either. It's to maintain our energy. It is to keep the light. It is to continuously pillar up, continuously raise our frequency. That is it. And that's so crazy just even think about. That's our only job. Yeah, we have to pay bills and blah 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 blah, but our energy is important, and we have to continuously raise our frequency. And protection is definitely needed. And I was flipping through messages, um, and it was actually it was a TikTok message, and I follow this one girl. I can't remember her name. I really like her, but she said today, she said, Starseeds, we have to pull back from the 3D people, um, and start shifting our energy to hang out with or be around more star seeds and light workers like ourselves, because we hold the light so high. Basically, we hold the light so high that we can be targeted. And what that meant to me is like lower energies want to come. If they can't work towards raising their frequency, then they want to take frequency. They want to take energy however they can, whatever emotion they can trigger to get some type of energy exchange. That's a thing, right? We all know our bosses have done that. You know, it's like, oh, you guys are working on a holiday. or whatever it may be, because or you guys are working overtime. um it's mandatory, and as we're like happy living our life, and then sucks that energy, and that's just an example. I'm not even sure if that was a good one. I'm here ranting again. But yeah, so Ascension symptoms, be aware of them. Headaches as well. My third eye's been throbbing. So here's another trick. I've been rubbing my third eye 3 times. Sometimes I just kind of go over a couple of times and I activate it. Activate my third eye, activate my third eye, activate my third eye. Um, and during the day, you'll start feeling like right now I could feel a tingling sensation right here. Start tuning in. Start tuning in. Start playing a guessing game. You know, get 3 cards, different numbers or different suits, and shuffle them around. And all right, this is a 3 of diamonds. This is make sure this is a 3 of hearts. This is 3 of spades. Whatever. You know what I mean? Start challenging yourself and paying. Sorry, I got distracted. I'm going to the beach. Start challenging yourself. Anyway, I will. My friend just texted me off to the beach. I love you guys so much.